What up everyone and welcome back to the channel. We're going to be showing Casey more Seinfeld for the first time, and this is the engagement.
So either somebody's getting engaged, probably not one of the main cast because they can't really keep relationships that long, so I don't know about that one, or there's a party of some sort.
And as always, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to let Casey find out for herself. But if you want to have early access to our YouTube posting schedule or access to our full-length reactions to Seinfeld where you sync up a copy of your episode with us and watch it from beginning to end with no cuts, and also check out our second channel if you want to see us do a whole bunch of silly shit.
Yeah, brought your queen out too fast. What do you think? She's one of these feminists looking to get out of the house?
Checkmate.
I don't think we should see each other anymore.
That's such a George thing to do. Well, he's definitely not getting engaged.
Shut up!
What?
I don't see how I could perform sexually in a situation after something like that. I was completely
Losing a
emasculated.
chess?
You want to know what one of her favorite expressions is? Happy? Pappy?
Happy Pappy?
Like if she wants to know if I'm pleased with something, she'll say, Happy? Pappy?
So you're Pappy?
Like you're Pappy?
So tell her not to say it.
I'm much more comfortable criticizing people behind their backs. Just broke up with Melanie last week because she shushed you while you were watching TV.
Hey, I got a real thing about shushing.
Oh my goodness. They break up over the smallest little things.
What are we doing? We're like children. We're not men.
No, we're not. We're not men.
We come up with all these stupid little reasons to break up with these women.
I know. That's what I do.
They have commitment issues.
Are we gonna be sitting here when we're 60 like two idiots?
We should be having dinner with our sons when we're 60.
We're pathetic. You know that?
Yeah, like I don't know that I'm pathetic.
It would be nice to care about someone.
Yes.
Wow, look at that.
You know who I think about a lot? Remember Susan, the one that used to work for NBC?
Yeah. I thought she became a lesbian.
No, it didn't take.
Didn't take.
I'm really gonna do something about my life, you know? You know, I think I want to call Melanie again. So what if she shushed me? I am really gonna make some changes.
Yes.
Wow, we'll see if they actually stick.
Why does he always have like self-reflection moments on a pier?
This is like the existential crisis episode.
What am I gonna do? What? What am I gonna do?
Well, there is something you can do.
What? Kramer, I'll do anything.
What if there should be an unfortunate accident?
Whoa, Kramer!
I just happen to know someone who specializes in exactly these
Whoa!
kinds of sticky situations.
What, you're considering this?
Elaine?
Kramer talked me into coming up here, but obviously I could never really do anything.
Of course.
Oh, Newman? What? He's the guy?
I see many dogs on my mail route. I'll bet there's not one type of mutt or mongrel I haven't run across.
Is that why he's so bitter? Because he's a mailman? And that stigma of mailmen and dogs?
They have beef. It goes back a long time. Sounds like a little dog. Is it on?
All right, let's do it.
Excellent. He was just in the same position?
A single pea?
How come you eat your peas one at a time?
What's the hurry? Would that have been a reason for him to break up? I feel like that would have been a reason. Goodness.
George, what is it?
Will you marry me?
What? Oh my gosh, it was George! Okay, well, I don't know if that was the move. Like, we were just making small changes and... Oh gosh.
I'm getting married.
You what?
Wow!
I'm getting married.
Oh my God! Frank, come here!
You come here.
Getting married!
What?
Georgie's getting married!
Get the hell out of here. He's getting married?
Yeah.
To a woman? Yes, she's pretty. What difference does it make?
Well, I'm just curious.
Pretty?
Let me talk to her.
I just want you to know that I love your son very much.
You do?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
May I ask why? I'm on the telephone.
Can I talk to her, please?
Oh. Well, we'll see how this goes. We'll see if it makes it to the end of the episode. If it sticks to the end of the episode.
I did it. I got engaged. I'm getting married. I asked Susan to marry me. We're getting married this Christmas.
You're getting married? Oh my God!
I asked her to get married. I'm a man, John.
Not to get back together, to get married.
Just to go right into it.
That lunch was the defining moment of my life.
And she said yes.
Well, it took a couple hours of convincing, but I was persistent.
Oh no. I don't know about that.
A beautiful woman like that. You think she's good looking, right?
Oh my gosh!
What's going on with you and Melanie? I mean, I know you're not getting married, but
Well, actually,
he broke up with her.
we kind of broke up.
Oh, because of the peas?
what happened to the pact? We were both gonna change. We shook hands on a pact. Did you not shake my hand on a pact?
You stuck your hand out, so I shook it. You should be happy you're engaged. You're getting married.
No, it's not that.
He's gonna have cold feet already.
I mean, you love Susan, right?
Yeah.
Oh
You want to spend the rest of your life with her?
Goodness. So impulsive for no reason.
It was just being on that pier, seeing all those happy couples and families.
I don't really think I can go.
Oh, how come?
Well, I didn't really tell Susan about it, and she doesn't really have anything else to do.
She could come.
Well, she doesn't really want to see Firestorm. She wants to see the Muted Heart.
Oh, now you can't just do anything anymore.
Hey, wait a second. You know, we could share a cab. They're playing at the same Cineplex.
George, better get ready.
I am ready.
You wearing that shirt?
It begins.
No, I don't wear a watch.
What do you do?
Well, I tell time by the sun.
It's the night.
Would be Kramer.
What about at night? What do you do then?
Well, night's tougher, but it's only a couple of hours.
What? Night's only a couple of hours?
You think?
Is it in there? Oh, it's so cute.
This is the dog? It's so small.
I knew it had a little bark.
Could that be the dog?
Well, get him a bark.
Yeah, I'll know if it barks.
All right, bark.
Bark.
They're just screaming at him.
That's like revenge for it barking at you. You barking at it.
Oh, I sure hope so.
Boy, how about when Harrison Ford jumped out of that plane and he
Does
was
he have a new
shooting back at them
friend?
as he was falling?
What about the underwater escape?
Oh.
Whoa! He got replaced.
All right, give me the dog.
Oh, it's too cute. It's too small.
This is it.
Oh my
This
gosh.
is your new home.
Oh my gosh, she's in the house. Oh, it's getting bad.
This shirt is from Rudy.
It's feisty.
Hey, MSG's rerunning the Yankee game. You watching this?
They are.
George, you coming to bed? I texted Matt about you.
The old ball and chain.
It was really very wrong of you to back out on that deal.
I didn't make a deal. I just shook your hand.
So y'all both be miserable.
Starting it.
Oh, you just made a bad decision, George. Just accept it. An impulsive decision. Oh, this poor little baby. Is it gonna run back all the way back? Oh my god.
See, where have you been? We've been worried sick about you. Rudy.
Evidence.
Uh-oh. You're so worried sick, but you leave it outside to bark all night long?
Who was the big mastermind?
I can't, Jerry.
But then I can't tell you the big news.
What news?
They can trade cheese, man.
What?
This is like Pearl Harbor or the Kennedy assassination. It's like not even news, it's total shock. George Costanza is getting married!
Oh no.
You're under arrest.
Arrest?
I have a receipt for a rental car with your signature, including a Seems as if the springs were so compressed that they completely collapsed the right side.
Newman!
What took you so long?
What do you think they'll do to us?
Don't worry about a thing. In 20 minutes, that place will be swarming with mailmen. We'll be back on the street by lunch.
Oh!
You gotta make some changes. I'm not a woman. I'm a child.
It's her time now.
What kind of life is this?
Y'all aren't even married yet, too. And you're having these kinds of doubts.
Can stop my heart as much as you.
He looks so miserable.
At the
Just holding the shot. It's funny that once I told you the title, I was wondering what you were gonna think. Obviously, the preconceived notions of engagement, you would obviously think about marriage. And you were like, okay, it's not going to be one of the main characters. I had to keep my mouth shut there. Just because I knew it was one of the main characters here, and also Casey's favorite character in George. But in such typical George fashion, making a very impulsive decision and then instantly regretting it.
George doesn't seem like the married type, so we'll see how this goes. It's crazy that he just was like on the pier and then just like showed up at her house, not to get back together, not to try again, but to get married.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that is trying again, but that's a serious commitment.
That's like the extreme end of trying again. I really liked this episode though. I liked the whole George part, and then also the Elaine and the dog part, and the Newman and the Kramer. I just listed off every single character.
Every single fucking character on the show.
But I really liked that storyline. It was like funny to see them kind of do like a little heist against the little dog, and it ran all the way back home.
Yeah, from the countryside back into New York City. It's so ridiculous and so like doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah, it's so funny.
But with George, yeah, it's funny because I showed you the pitch early on. We never brought it to the channel, and then I showed you the actual pilot, which, you know, they referenced it in this episode, the lady from NBC, and then that she was dating a woman for a little while, didn't stick. That was all referenced in this particular episode. So I kind of showed you those early on to kind of set you up for this, because if you would have just seen him, like, randomly ask this woman to marry him, you would have seen her around, but it would have just kind of got lost in the sauce with all the other girls that he's dated. But I mean, she was there for at least a little bit, whereas a lot of these significant others are kind of like 1-2 episode type of things, and then they kind of get jettisoned for something as simple as eating peas with one at a time. But if you want to be ahead of our YouTube posting schedule, like I said, Patreon is where to do it. The next episode that you could watch right now is The Soup Nazi, which that is an episode that I'm sure anyone who's seen Seinfeld is very familiar with, and Casey has been seeing y'all comment relentlessly for that episode. That's next.